Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of a wrestling podcast. I am Rob, and as I did with Brandon, I have a guest with me today, but instead of being on Zoom like Brandon was, this guest is actually like sitting right across from me. I'm looking at them right now.
Like 2 feet away.
Like 2 feet away.
Like 2 feet away.
What a fucking goober.
Yeah.
This is my kid.
Yeah,
this is Lilith Pad.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Up, you piece of shit.
Yeah. It's one of those, huh?
Oh yeah, this is it.
That's one of those.
You can cuss on this podcast.
Oh,
Fuck. Yeah.
All right.
So, as with Brandon, you're gonna be one of 7 people rotating throughout
Dude, that
the
group
podcast.
chat's huge.
That group chat, I reached out to some people and damn, the people that I reached out to were like, hell yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Not shocked.
I'm not shocked either, especially by the people that are there. Like I mentioned them in episode 3, which I just released earlier today. It's available on Spotify and YouTube. Yeah.
Plug.
Little plug.
I like it.
Always the plug. Always selling drugs.
Always selling drugs. Always.
So tell everybody a little bit about yourself, like things that you like, kind of what got you into professional wrestling,
I wonder what got me into professional wrestling.
I
wonder.
I have no idea.
Who on God's green earth could have done that?
I have no clue.
Maybe the person sitting 2 feet in front of me. There's a chance.
Maybe there's a picture. There's a picture of you floating around out there in full on Cena gear, right?
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking the chain.
That's fucking lit.
The Spinner United States
I
Championship.
remember that. I just want to let you know I remember that.
Yeah, not even the Spinner World Heavyweight Championship, the United States Championship.
Yep.
Thug Life John Cena. You had all that. Anyway, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I play video games. I work. That's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it. I dabble in the professional wrestling scene because you talk to me about it a lot. So I kind of get my news through you.
Yeah.
On what's going on. Same with sports and whatnot. I watch sports.
Yeah, you really started watching football a lot.
Yeah, I fucks with it, man. Not gonna lie.
What are some of the things that you actually found to be enjoyable when it comes to watching football?
Some of the crazy ass shit that happens. Any play, some crazy shit can happen. It's so unpredictable. It is so unpredictable.
Dudes back flipping over other dudes and jumping backwards.
A buzzer beater touchdown from 50 yards away.
Field goal just dinging off the fucking ring post.
Yeah, ding! That shit was crazy a couple weeks ago when that happened.
Ding! That was fucking loud.
That was lit as hell.
That was very awesome. So, when it comes to professional wrestling, what are some of the things that you like when you watch it? Is it the entertainment as well, the crazy shit that you see, or what's...
Obviously when I was younger, I thought... I didn't think wrestling was as intense as it is.
Right.
But, watching other sports made me appreciate how intense wrestling actually is.
Yeah, because they're just going.
Dude, they're just fucking going. There's barely any padding.
There's barely any padding.
They're half naked.
Yeah, they're wearing some fucking biker shorts.
Yeah, bro, it's not safe. It is not safe. They are not protected. There's no helmets.
There's nothing. And they're this is fine. We could do this all the time.
And they're doing it. And they're fucking doing it.
For 15, 20 minutes of a time, too.
Yeah, man. That's vigorous.
Right.
It's very vigorous.
It's not like they're just sitting there for, watching the offense play while the defense is just hanging out on the sidelines waiting their turn.
Yeah, they're recovering. They got a recovery period.
Yeah, and they only do 7 or 8 plays, and then they're off the field again. Yeah. That doesn't... I mean, it takes conditioning, sure. You got to be strength. You got to be all that. But you're not built for stamina being a football player.
Yeah, you're built for burst.
You're built for burst, yeah. Unless you're a running back, wide receiver, or something like that, yeah. But again, on defense, you're built for burst. You're sitting there. You're protecting. All
right.
So, and that goes with offense too. When the defense is on the field, the offense is off. So
There's like
when
this little period.
when you go and you break it down, you take Seth Rollins, who goes into a wrestling ring for 15, 20 minutes and is flipping all over the fucking place on God's green creation.
Sami Zayn.
Sammy and just running around and doing all these insane moves.
AJ Styles.
AJ, yeah, all of them. Like, when you think about all the stuff that they do, and then you're like, football player could never.
Well, the thing is, they could if they trained.
If they trained for it, right? Like, so do you think that there's a huge benefit with the NIL program that the WWE has through college, where basically people that are playing football and people that are playing basketball and shit, if they want to transition into a career in professional wrestling, they literally can do so right out of school now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Yeah, because
it's a completely different skill set.
Yeah.
It's completely different. You're building your body. That's why a lot of the wrestlers are lean.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's because they're constantly going.
I mean, well, they used to be big dinosaurs that burrowed around the ring.
Hulk Hogan
and shit, you know. But yeah, it's not like that anymore, you know.
Times change, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So what are some of the key matches that you remember? Like, what are some of the things that you, from when you were younger, or even from like more recent? I mean, you're a stoner. I know that. I'm a stoner. Everybody knows.
It just happens.
It just happens. So from what you remember, what are some of those key things that you can pick out?
John Cena and Brock Lesnar. That's
that one match when it was just fucking suplexes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, what, 25 suplexes?
I think it was like 15. It was honestly
absurd.
Like, it was an absurd amount of suplexes, and that's a Suplex City, bitch. Mm-hmm. That was a fucking
that whole
match.
Thing. I remember some stuff with the Fiend, obviously. Fiend was great. Yeah. Gone too soon.
Way too soon.
Way too soon. Current generation Undertaker.
Current generation God.
Yeah. Like that too. I mean,
seriously.
Same shit, right?
Yeah. He was another in the curve of Rob's.
Yeah. Yeah. I can say it. That's it. Guy was genius.
Yeah.
He was a genius. He was very creative. And I love that Triple H kind of just like let him do his thing.
I love that Triple H did such a dedication to him.
Yeah.
Like, all the presentations that they did, all of the things, how the money goes to his family for merchandise and everything.
Beautiful.
If we had more of that in professional wrestling, things would be a little bit different, I think.
I welcome it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
So I want to ask you a couple questions here and get your hot take on them.
All right, let's see what we got. Because I'm coming at there. I want to preface. I'm coming at this from a perspective that doesn't really see much professional wrestling. I kind of just get my news from one person. So I just want to let everyone know.
But you also get sent videos, so it's not like you. It's not like
I don't know,
and it's not like I tell you things in like a completely unbiased way. Mm-hmm. Like, I send you stuff that I know you're gonna like, talk to you about things that I know you're gonna like.
Right.
So when CM Punk came back to the WWE, what did you think of that?
Wow. I was not expecting that. That's definitely something that happened.
Because Punk was one of your favorites when you were younger.
I do remember liking him a lot.
Obviously, I would never know why Punk would be one of your favorites.
Yeah, definitely have no idea.
Definitely no idea.
No clue at all.
No clue. None. So when he came back, when you saw him come out on the Survivor Series stage, because I know that I showed it to you last year and everything. What went through your head just for those like couple seconds that he was out there?
Kind of, I just like, I didn't expect it because something crazy had already happened.
Right.
And then they hit us with the double. The show was pretty much
done.
They hit us with the double. They'd like doubled down on the crazy.
Yeah.
Like Randy Orton came back and then bam, CM Punk.
Yeah.
Like 15 seconds later.
Well, a match later.
No, it was the same match, right?
It was no. Punk didn't come out during the match. He came out after the match was done.
Yeah, you're right.
And he just stood there.
You're right.
Now in the behind the scenes stuff, they finally released some things a couple weeks ago. Randy Orton went up to Punk backstage and was like, "You couldn't even let me have my fucking match, huh?" I mean, he was like laughing and joking, and he was like, "Give me a hug, you son of a bitch!" Like, and they hugged.
That's
and
awesome.
Everything. Yeah. So, oh man, the coughing continues for all three episodes. Well, now the fourth episode, there's more coughing.
I'll be coughing too.
Total coughing. Unlike the show Total Divas. Speaking of divas, you know who Chelsea Green is, right?
Not off name.
The one where Samantha Irvin's like, Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she left. Samantha left. Or you, the announcer woman. Yeah.
She got fired or something.
No,
right?
she fucking quit.
Oh, why?
Oh, you never found out why?
No. I knew she wasn't there, but
she quit because the WWE basically saw her as nothing more than an announcer, and she wanted to do more. So I get it. I understand you want to actually showcase your abilities and showcase other things and not just be an announcer. Okay.
That's a banger on the resume, though.
But she was totally like the best fucking announcer for the ring that Finkel easily.
Oh yeah.
That's not discrediting Mean Gene or any of those other guys or gals that have done it. Okay, here's another one. When Cody finished the story, how did you feel?
Finally. Like, I kind of just had that, I'm satisfied.
Well, because you remember Stardust, right?
Yeah.
Like, you remember all that bullshit.
Yeah, I thought Stardust was weird as fuck when I was young. But,
a motherfucker hissing at people and shit like a cat.
Yeah.
Red fucking contact lenses and shit.
But like, he's so real.
Yeah.
It's so real.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think that's one of the best things about Cody right now is people really relate to his journey of basically what he says being undesirable to undeniable, where everyone kind of like made fun of him and discredited him for everything. And sorry, cats be making people sneeze, yo. So I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about right now.
Shit.
Fuck.
Me neither, bro.
Paul Heyman and CM Punk.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Fuck whatever we were talking about.
I am so happy that Paul Heyman's back, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my fucking God. It has been too damn long.
Too damn long.
Too damn long.
That's too damn bad.
That's too damn bad. You keep digging.
So,
yep.
So, what do you think this little business transaction is that Punk and Heyman have going on? Because did I tell you about this? That Heyman owes Punk a favor?
No. Why does Heyman owe Punk a favor?
That was one of the key things to get Punk to be in War Games.
Oh.
Heyman now owes Punk something, but they don't want to talk about what Heyman owes Punk. Everybody seems to think it'll be a title match.
Yeah, I was just thinking like a match at WrestleMania or something.
But here's the thing, right? If Roman gets the championship back, are they going to do one of those things where he's got another 4-year championship reign, or are they going to give it back to him and then automatically take it off of him the next month? Like, do you think something like that would be shocking and like, holy shit, if Roman starts establishing himself again and then CM Punk just takes him down?
I feel like people are are probably sick of Roman by now.
Actually, I don't think so, man. People are loving this. Like,
I mean, like, I fucks with the story too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like the whole Bloodline story is just unmatched in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
But like by a long shot, by a mile. The only
story in professional wrestling.
Only story that comes close to it is Cody's story.
Yeah.
That, in my opinion.
And Cody's story is a part of the Bloodline story.
Right.
It's very deeply ingrained.
It's interweaved.
Intertwined.
Intertwined, yes. Interweaved, whatever. Same thing.
Same difference.
Same thing.
So what do you think? If you could guess it to be one of anything, what do you think that is? Do you think it's a title shot or do you think it's something different?
A title shot. It has to be a title shot.
Right.
Has Punk ever like been world champion before?
Yeah,
he's like what? How many times? Like 12?
6.
No, Cena's 12.
Cena's 16.
16?
He's tied with Flair.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
Well, Cena might be getting his 17th this year coming because
I'd be lit.
Yeah. Ooh. How do you feel about his retirement? Oh,
fuck.
Yeah.
I grew up with this guy.
Right? Yeah. Like this was my generation had Hulk Hogan, even though I was a Roddy Piper fan.
Right.
You know, Hulk Hogan was my generation. Cody is Bobby's generation.
Mm-hmm.
Cena was yours.
Phew. Well, it's sad, of course, but I get it, right? He's old. Just an old guy. He's
an old little 50 yet.
He's just an old little guy.
A little.
But the thing is, the thing is, right? Just because he retires from professional wrestling doesn't mean that he's going to retire from movies. I feel like he's going to continue making movies.
Well, yeah, he's going to continue all that, and also he's not retiring from professional wrestling.
Oh, okay.
He's retiring from wrestling.
So what's the difference? Is he going to do indie shows?
No, he's retiring from in-ring competition. But he still wants to do backstage things with WWE. He still wants to do stuff like that. He wants to help the future.
I have a question for you.
Huh.
Do you think he's going to be like maybe on the writing team?
Cena on the writing team?
Maybe.
I don't know. Because you would think if they were going to put Cena on a writing team, right? Well, why not Batista? Batista's retired from in-ring competition. Why not Undertaker?
Why not Undertaker? I mean,
somebody that had 30 years in the fucking business and you don't want to put him backstage? All right. So I guess you could say there's different things that different people can add. Right. So maybe Cena doesn't want to necessarily do backstage stuff, but maybe he still wants to be a part of the WWE, like in an ambassador capacity or something like that. You know,
right?
Because like Undertaker's podcast is associated with the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it's not a WWE production,
doesn't Stone Cold have something similar to that?
You know what? I honestly don't know if Stone Cold still does his podcast.
Really?
I have no idea. I haven't listened to Stone Cold's podcast in years, but all I keep seeing is like retro BSR podcasts.
Mm.
So I don't know if he's still doing it or not. Like I haven't kept up with Stone Cold's podcast.
Yeah, maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
I know he's got a couple cats on a ranch, and he like makes cat dad videos now. I don't know if you've ever seen them or not yet.
And I saw an Instagram reel a few hours ago
of Stone Cold being a cat dad.
No, it was Stone Cold like 15 years ago saying he needs another beer in WWF.
Was he in the chair?
No, he was talking to this announcer, I think, and he was like, I don't need breakfast at 10 a.m. I need a cold beer. And then she was like, anything else? And he was like, my stomach's a little rumbly. Maybe another cold beer. It was just really funny because he's an alcoholic. It's hilarious.
It's not funny. Oh my god.
Oh, cold beer.
I need another beer.
Need a beer. Hell yeah.
Okay. So what do you consider, because on Saturday Cody brought out the winged eagle belt, the one that's right in the center right there, okay? Yep. He brought out the official re-emergence of the winged eagle championship.
Right.
Of all the past and current wrestling championships, whether it's WWE, TNA, AEW, New Japan, which one do you like the best, Or which one do you identify as like your championship? Do you think it's this fucking spinner?
That's I've never thought about that. Cause like, I probably would say the spinner, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I mean, that's definitely your generation's championship
Yeah,
because
for sure.
it's Cena.
Yeah.
But what do you like the most? Like, what championship do you like the most out of the ones that you've seen or the ones that you know of?
Probably world heavyweight.
The current world heavyweight
Yeah.
championship, the one that's over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
the one that Seth Rollins held on to when it was first introduced. Yeah, I love that belt.
I think that's probably my favorite belt.
How do you feel about the current WWE championship with Big W with the fucking gold? Like,
when I think of average championship, it's kind of just that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's a hot take or anything, but like, when I think of championship, it's just an average championship.
You'd prefer that one over there?
Yeah, I definitely prefer that one, like by a long shot.
Yeah, because it actually looks like it's a championship.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Not whatever the fuck that is. But you know.
Okay. Another one here, real quick. How do you feel about Raw going to Netflix?
I think that it is potentially devastating.
What do you mean?
Well, are they going to have full creative control? They're getting bought by Netflix, right?
No.
Or is it the other way around?
No. They're just taking their show from USA and putting it on Netflix.
I really hope Netflix doesn't try to have some sort of like creativity deal with Triple H. I hope they just like let Triple H do what Triple H wants to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Netflix wants particular people to be on the show,
right?
So, from the understanding, Roman, the Bloodline, Cody, CM Punk, you know, all of those people are pretty much slated to be on Raw. Like,
good.
They're trying to make Raw a huge destination on Netflix.
Why wouldn't they?
Right. And especially if you're going to be 8 o'clock, prime time, all around the world. I could understand you saying devastating if you didn't know that it was just basically a rights deal.
Right.
You know? So it's kind of the same thing as the NFL on Netflix or the NFL on Amazon. They're just taking the show and putting it on there instead.
I'm very happy then because get real. Nobody has cable anymore.
Get real. And if you do have cable, it's only because it's bundled with your internet. And
damn straight. Yeah. Nobody uses cable anymore. So it going to a subscription service, it's going to be good.
And especially something that is Netflix.
Right. It's because heavily trafficked already.
Right. When the WWE Network came out in 2014, their first foray into the internet or the, you know, streaming services and all that shit, I never thought that literally 10 years later they would be going to Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, think about that.
That's a huge jump, right?
You know, Netflix in 2014, it was Hulu and Netflix that were kind of like the big streamers out there. It was literally just Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah, that's what we had.
There was no Paramount Plus, no Peacock. There was none like. And instead of Crunchyroll, Crunchyroll I think was there, and then Funimation Network. Yeah. But we had Funimation Network. And now Crunchy is the anime. It is, you know, that's crazy. It's crazy that in 10 years.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a monopoly.
Man, fucking nuts. If only somebody would take all of these streaming services and put them into one service.
Wait until Disney buys everybody. Just wait.
And it would be over the internet, and we could call it something like cable, but you know, it's not cable, but it is.
It's like cable with extra steps.
Yeah, so many extra
cable
steps.
With extra steps. I mean, like, but that's what happens, right?
Right.
Like, capitalism.
Yeah.
Everybody just gets bought by everybody.
And speaking of that, the news that I saw a little bit ago was that TNA is basically like telling their talent to take lower pay cuts to remain with the company. So I guess nothing really came of the WWE partnership.
Oh, no.
earlier this year.
Hey, we're gonna drop your pay. Is that alright? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you want to stay here and kind of work?
Please.
And then, I look online right after I saw that and I see Jeff Hardy at 78 years old,
man.
even though he's really not. But I see Jeff Hardy at 50 years old doing a swanton dive off of an arena entrance onto a table onto the floor. And I'm pretty sure there was 150 people there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Jeff Hardy still doing those type of things at that age?
It's like Undertaker all over again. It really is. It's just like, just let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just stop.
Even though he is still athletically capable of killing himself.
Right. Like he's causing more damage by staying afloat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
yes.
He's a danger.
Yeah, I think he's been a danger to himself for quite a while, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
like Chris Jericho, on the other hand, he can go for 70 years and he'll be fine.
Chris Jericho is 56
Yeah,
years old
I know,
right
bro. He's as old as Undertaker, right?
He actually and it's funny that you talk about this. I said New York in episode 3 because Chris Jericho attacked damn, I don't remember his name, and all I want to say is Zack Ryder, but Zack Ryder's dead. Matt Cardona. He attacked Matt Cardona because Jericho and Cardona are about to have a fucking championship match for the Ring of Honor championship.
Oh. Wait, this is real? He just beat the shit out of him?
No, I mean, kayfabe or whatever.
Okay.
But it was a GCW show. So it's a random ass GCW show in LA. Jericho came out, hit him with a baseball bat, like he was covered in everything. So Jericho now has made his GCW debut while he's the Ring of Honor champion, working for AEW.
Chris Jericho is one of my top 3.
I think so.
I love Chris Jericho.
Okay, all right. Hey, how about that real quick? Top 3. Who are your top 3?
Man, I have never thought about this.
Cena's definitely got to be number 1.
He definitely is. Number 1 is, but who's number 2?
Would Jericho be number 2?
I don't know.
What other wrestlers do you like so much that you would consider them being in your top 3?
Bray Wyatt's number 2.
And then Jericho would be number 3? See? It's hard, right?
I know Bray Wyatt's number 2. I know John Cena's number 1, but 3. Ooh, we got options.
Okay, while you're thinking about that, what did you think about the Funhouse match between John Cena and Bray a few years ago?
Fuck, dude, I loved that. That was lit. It was lit as hell.
One of the best video wrestling matches of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. God, I miss Bray.
Gone too soon.
Yeah.
Gone too soon.
Yeah.
Fucking legend. Number 3, Cody Rhodes.
Cody. So Jericho's not top 3.
Jericho's not top 3.
Where would Jericho land? Would he land in top
4.
5? Okay, so where would CM Punk land?
Oh, fuck.
Did you forget about
CM Punk? He's been out of the game for so long,
but
man.
He's been back.
He's been back, I got to restructure my whole list.
What about Roman?
He's
just more talk than anything else.
I enjoy the story of Roman.
You enjoy the talking, the story, and all that.
But
you don't
in ring, he's not up there. You know what I mean?
Ooh, hot take.
He's a good wrestler. I'm not going to knock his talent.
Right.
Not my style.
All right.
You know?
There you go.
People can have their opinions.
So what about Bryan Danielson? Because you was all about the yes movement for a while, too.
You're unlocking core memories that I forgot.
Remember when me and you had the yes shirts?
Yeah. I think I still have mine.
That's awesome. I still have mine, too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you said unlocking core memories.
God damn, this is hard.
Yeah, trying to figure out a top 5 is absolutely the fucking balls.
I refuse to do a music top 5.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
There's no. I'm never gonna be able to.
I can compartmentalize everything. My top 3 wrestlers are Rowdy Piper, Chris Jericho, and CM Punk.
Right.
CM Punk and Chris Jericho are intertwined with each other and can go back and forth on any given day. Maybe CM Punk might be a solid number 2, though. I think I veer more towards CM Punk being 2 than I do 3.
Then you met the fucker.
And I met the fucker earlier this year. We met
that fucker.
When he took my fucking phone the night after WrestleMania and took a selfie with us.
Man, what a legend.
Was fucking awesome.
That was a banger.
Yeah, right there. That solidifies him as number 2, right? That has to. That has to. Raw Mania, I just get a fucking picture with Punk. Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely good.
At the wrestler entrance, right? That was fucking dope. So yeah, so your top 3 are Cena, Wyatt.
Has to be Punk. Literally has to be. It legitimately has to
be. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a toss up, right? Like, I feel like any of them can go wherever, and I'd be happy with the list.
Right. So, so you could easily make a top 10.
Probably. Because there's so many.
There's so many, but the 10 that you really like, you could just be like, yeah, right there. Yeah. And then wherever you guys land, you land, except for your solid, like, 1 and 2, essentially. Yeah,
pretty much. I don't think the 1 and 2 are moving, but everything else, 3, 4, it's kind of just like a flex, right? Like, I can kind of go wherever with it. Yeah, I feel like if I put some more thought into it, maybe like on a future episode, we can come back to this.
Put some thought.
I do want to think about this.
Yeah, put some thought. Put some thought into like. Put your thought into top 10. Don't just fuck around with a top 5. Fuck around and do a top 10, and then we will do a top 10.
Yeah,
me and you will do. Me and you will do a top 10.
I like that. And we'll give reasons for each.
Actually, that could be like the next one that me and you do.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Okay. So, do you have anything else that you would like to talk about regarding, wrestling now? Is there anything that you'd like to ask me or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming from somebody that grew up with wrestling, how are you happy with the direction it's going in? How does it make you feel that wrestling's like there now? Like they're getting a fucking Netflix deal, bro.
Look,
like wrestling used to be something that got made fun of. Right?
Story of my life. Keep going because Deadpool.
Right? I was gonna go into that.
Story of my life.
Yep.
Story of my life. Everything that I love was mocked for so long.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not being a gatekeeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting motherfuckers enjoy things.
That's what
that's really what it should be. I could sit here and fucking be piss and vinegar about the fact that I have been a fan of all this shit for so many years. But I'm just really happy Roman got a Jordan deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy that it was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Who got top billing? Yeah. Who's supposed to be the most popular? Oh, right. Gotcha.
Right.
Supposed to be Wolverine, but Wolverine was second fiddle in Deadpool's movie.
Mm-hmm.
There
you go.
That's where I'm at. I think professional wrestling is the biggest and hottest it's ever been. I just really wish other companies could feel that. And not just WWE.
Right.
But they've got the science. They know what to do. All these other companies are just playing catch up and they don't have the bankroll to do it. The only one that does is Tony Khan, but he's too busy playing action figures with his fucking wrestlers and not actually creating anything of any type of fucking significant importance with his company.
Tony Khan threw the bag, man.
Tony Khan is still throwing the bag. He's got an infinite fucking bag. But this bro is just like, I don't know. I don't know what he needs to do, but they're losing viewers like a fucking gunshot wound.
How many more years do you think?
If they stay the course that they're on right now, I don't give them another 5 years. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't.
Yeah.
Daddy Khan's going to be tired of just wasting his fucking money. If they're getting the law of diminishing returns says don't fuck with a billionaire's money.
Right.
No matter how much money that guy has, he's going to look at this fucking company and be like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
How long is he going to let it go for? How many millions of dollars is he going to lose? And also, the rumor is that Turner owns 30% of AEW. How much loss is Turner going to take before they're like, pay us back our 30%, buy him the fuck out, and then kick him off the network?
Yeah.
I know they just got a deal for a few years, but it's an incentive-based deal. If they don't get their fucking numbers up, they don't get the money.
Right.
And if they don't get the money, they're not going to get another contract after that.
Exactly.
This is a 3-year deal, and if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're done.
Right.
So then what is AEW? An IP. It doesn't have a television deal. It's got a bunch of fucking rings and a bunch of fucking wrestlers and a whole bunch of production shit, but where are you going to put it on at?
Right.
If you don't got a television deal or you don't have a place to go, what the fuck is all that good for? Except for warehouse fodder.
And then Disney buys them.
Disney buys them. Why? Because they couldn't buy WWE? I mean, you know.
Hey, I mean, there's a chance, right?
Well,
like,
there's a chance, I guess. But again, at the same time, like I said, I don't know how much money Shad Khan is willing to waste on this. I don't know how much money Turner is willing to waste on this. I don't know how much of money Tony's putting into this.
I have a very strong feeling that the only reason it's still up is because it's his kid, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reason. If this was anybody else, that shit would be gone 2 years ago.
Look, let me put it to you like this. If I had the money and you wanted to run a professional wrestling organization and I was like, all right, cool, same situation,
right?
You know, I'd do it. But again,
it's got to be profitable.
It's got to be profitable.
It's got to be.
You can take a couple years to get your ground. You can take a few years to get yourself set up. But, excuse me, if you don't start turning a fucking profit, you got to be out of my portfolio.
Right.
I
Because that doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. Not
Looks
for
horrible.
Other billionaires either.
Exactly. Looks good for nobody when your business is failing.
You know, but for Triple H and Nick Khan and all them, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
That's why them motherfuckers are walking around with suit jackets and fucked up shirts with no ties, and Triple H got 9 billion fucking bracelets on one arm and a Rolex on another. You know,
I love Triple H. Love that guy. He might be in the top 10.
He got physical with KO on Saturday. At Saturday night's main event.
He fought?
Like, no, he didn't fight, but man, I was really fearing for his heart the whole time because KO did like a package pile driver on Cody after the show went off the air.
Right.
I guess they didn't manage their time very well. So the show went off the air. KO came in, attacked Cody, hit him with the package pile driver, stole the Winged Eagle Championship and walked out, and Triple H confronted him, and he pushed him, and they had like a matchup, and KO pushed him, and Triple H pushed him on the ground, and then like KO got up and walked one way and Triple H walked the other way. It was kind of weird. But either way,
there was an altercation.
Yeah, it was an altercation. And I'm like, please, dear God, don't have a heart attack.
Right.
This is the last thing I want, Trips. And he was turning red. And I was like, oh God, Ultimate Warrior all over again.
Oh man.
And
dude, Triple H got to be careful.
Triple H got to be careful. We got to protect Triple H.
Let that man feel no stress. Please.
No stress, right?
Please give him a blunt. Give that man a blunt.
So, is there anything that you would like to say before we wrap up here today?
Wrestling is beautiful. I wanna see it more. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want it to keep going.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. And you have to start giving me your predictions for the events as well when I send them to you, because with the first episode, I said everybody's predictions and everything, and then like gave the results and then all that. So please start giving me your predictions so I can include you on them. And even when it's AEW and you may not know who is who or what's going on, it's a 50-50 fucking shot. You know who Swerve is. You know what? Real quick before we go, how do you feel about Swerve? Where would you put him?
Who's Swerve, bro?
Oh my God, Swerve.
Who's Swerve, bro?
Swerve Strickland.
No.
AEW. He was the one that was in the match with Hangman Page with the blood.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, where would I put him?
Like, would you consider him top 10 for you, or like because you really don't know much of his work?
I don't really know much about him. I'd have to look into him more.
All right. Where would you put Hangman or Kenny Omega?
Ooh, Kenny Omega.
Would Kenny Omega be in top 10? Hook would be in your top 10? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude. Hook's whole demeanor is just there.
Would Bryan Danielson be in your top 10?
Probably.
All right. Well, we got to revisit that.
Yeah, we will. This gets its own episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we could talk about that for hours.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Oh wow, we're done already.
It's been 40 minutes.
Yeah, this is really just like when we talk.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
I told you it would go by quick.
That's crazy.
Insane, even.
Yeah.
All right, motherfucker. So I'll press stop here, and then afterwards we're probably still going to talk about professional wrestling for like another 10 minutes. Who knows?
What time is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like
have to leave
4:40.
until 6. Fuck
it. All right. Well, I don't know how to end this because
We're gonna
you're
keep
my
talking after.
kid, and do I say I love you at the end of this like I do? All right, love you, bye.
I
like
love you,
even
bye.
though we're still sitting right here in front of each other.
Well, that's the episode.
It's so silly. All right. See everybody for episode 5 tomorrow because NXT is tonight, and then I'm gonna hurry up and edit this and get it out so that way I can fucking pay attention to NXT and then get that out tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the shit right there.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Hey, this is the part of the show where it's the end. And I gotta tell you to like, follow, subscribe, do all that great shit. A wrestling podcast. Look it up everywhere. Rob, I'm out.